Welcome, man. Welcome back to the channel. I'm taking questions right now. I'm off my Facebook page, so I got this other questions. I ended up refraining from using names. You know who you are if you ask the question, because I have a hard time pronouncing some of the names, so I don't want to jack anybody's name up, and they get upset with me or whatever. So I'll just go through the question. This guy, well, again, I ain't gonna use any names. You want to know, is PT Cruiser no cranking? It's not cranking. You have a 2006 PT Cruiser and he's not cranking. He thinks it's the ignition switch. Okay, now I did a video earlier and I'll link that in the description on no crank PT Cruiser diagnostic. Now that video was from 2006 through 10 or 2006 and higher, but the theory applies to the lower PT Cruisers too. Hell, any car for that matter. Yeah, because we're dealing with an ISO relay, and ISO is International Standard Organization, meaning they all work the same. So what I need you to do, buddy, like I said in the video, and I'll recap some of that, go to that starter relay. Do your no crank diagnosing at the starter relay. Grab your starter relay. It's right up there beside the ASD relay. Watch that video. Like I say, and it shows the location of the relays and everything. So unplug it, man. Go to pin 86. Pin 86. I got this memorized. I done it so much. Stick your test light in there. Stick your probe or your test light contact to ground. And the other end, I want you to probe pin 86. Have somebody go inside, turn the key to the crank position. Start crank. Crank. If your light is not lighting, you're simply not getting the signal from your ignition switch to allow cranking. This is the easy one. Now, if you're not, there could be other reasons why you're not, such as blown fuse and everything, but if you're not, and there's a start at the ignition switch is a connector, or basically, like I say, let's keep it simple. Take your test light, stick it in pin 86, have somebody, do this, cranking the car back and forth. Your test light should be lighted. If you're not getting the signal from the ignition switch. So that's more diagnostic. In some cases, it's simply your ignition switch just shorted out. I've replaced a ton of ignition switch, man, a ton of them. So if you're not getting that signal, you're never gonna crank. You gotta have that 12-volt signal at pin 86 from the ignition switch to allow cranking. So let's get that checked, and it should be fine. Now, there's a million gazillion reasons why your car won't crank. I'm just dealing with this particular question. He seemed to think it's the ignition switch, so I'm gonna tell him or guide him in the direction how to check if you're getting a signal from the ignition switch. So to basically ease his mind, and you're either right or wrong. If not, you just got more diagnostic to do. But for the most part, this is the way to check and see if you're getting power from the ignition switch to the starter relay to allow cranking. All right, I hope that answers your question. And if you got any more questions, just leave them below, man. We can. I got a 10-hour ride, so I can do this all day. Actually, the time is flying while I do this, so it's kind of fun too. So, you know the drill, man. Like the video, share it. Somebody else may need to know this. Somebody else may have a PT Cruiser that's not cranking and they think it's the ignition switch. So share this video with them, man, so they'll know where to go or how to verify if it's the ignition switch. Okay? All right. Thanks for watching, man. I'll see you on the next video.